They say time is a thief, but the truth is, time is also a sculptor. It chisels away the rough edges of youth, it carves depth into your character, and it leaves you with a presence that no boyish charm could ever compete with. The world often glorifies youth, but let me tell you something. Real attraction, real magnetism, doesn't come from a wrinkle-free face or an endless reserve of energy. It comes from the man you've become through experience, wisdom, and growth. That's the kind of attraction women notice even if you don't always see it in yourself. Here's the reality. Being an older man doesn't mean fading into the background. It means stepping into a new kind of spotlight. You've lived, you've learned, you've grown, and all of that adds up to a presence that's magnetic in ways you may underestimate. Women notice it, strangers sense it, and it's time you recognized it in yourself. This is not about vanity, this is about confidence, self-awareness, and living in the full power of who you are. Subscribe our channel Next Gen Amative, because our mission is to fuel you with the knowledge, drive, and perspective you need to embrace your best self and recognize the hidden strengths you already carry. Let's dive deep into the signs that you as an older man are far more attractive than you might realize. The first sign is confidence, and I'm not talking about loud, showy bravado. I'm talking about that quiet, grounded confidence that comes from knowing who you are. When you walk into a room, you don't need to demand attention. Your presence commands it naturally. A younger man may try to impress by being flashy, but your strength lies in not needing to prove yourself. That calm assurance radiates. Women notice it instantly because it signals stability, maturity, and strength. The second sign is wisdom. And wisdom isn't just about knowing things, it's about understanding life, people, and situations in a way that makes others feel safe around you. Younger men may have energy, but you have perspective. You've lived through victories and setbacks, and that gives you a steadiness others are drawn to. Women value a man who doesn't overreact, who can see the bigger picture, who can offer insights from real experience. Your wisdom is your magnet. It makes conversations richer, decisions stronger, and your company more valuable. Third, you carry yourself with style, not necessarily in expensive clothes, but in how you wear your age with dignity. Your posture, your grooming, the way you dress. These tell the world that you respect yourself. That self-respect is unbelievably attractive. Think about it. Attraction is not about perfection, it's about energy. When you show the world you care about yourself, women note. It says you're disciplined, you value your presence, and you're intentional with how you show up. The fourth sign is emotional intelligence. Younger men may often struggle to understand or process emotions, but you as an older man have likely learned the art of listening, empathy, and patience. You know that strength is not just physical, it's emotional. Women notice when a man can hold space for their thoughts, feelings, and struggles. You don't need to rush to fix everything. Sometimes just understanding is enough. That emotional stability is rare and powerful, and it's one of the reasons older men stand out as deeply attractive. Fifth, you radiate purpose. And let's be honest, nothing is more attractive than a man who knows what he's about. Whether it's your career, your craft, your hobbies, or your mission, purpose gives your life direction. Women notice when a man has drive, when he's chasing something bigger than himself. It signals passion, resilience, and depth. Even if you don't realize it, your determination, your sense of responsibility, and your vision inspire others. Purpose is magnetic. It draws people toward you. The sixth sign is independence. When you're young, there's often a tendency to cling, to need constant validation, to lean too much on others. But as an older man, you've built a life of your own. You don't need someone to complete you. You're already whole. And that independence is incredibly attractive. Women are drawn to men who can stand on their own, who don't crumble under pressure, who can walk confidently alone if they need to. Your independence shows strength, and that strength naturally draws people in. And finally, the seventh sign, your scars. Not the physical ones, but the life scar. The experiences you've lived through, the lessons you've learned, the hardships that shaped you. These are marks of resilience. Younger men may fear failure, but you've faced it, learned from it, and risen stronger. That resilience, that ability to endure and still move forward, gives you a presence that's both grounding and inspiring. Women notice when a man carries his scars with pride, because it shows he's real, he's human, and he's unbreakable. Now let's pause here for a moment. I want you to think about all those signs: confidence, wisdom, style, emotional intelligence, purpose, independence, and resilience. How many of those have you overlooked in yourself? How many times have you underestimated your own presence because the world tried to convince you that only youth equals attraction? The truth is, what makes you attractive as an older man is not that you're competing with younger men, but that you're offering something completely different, something deeper, stronger, and far more lasting. So the next time you look in the mirror, don't see age as a limitation, see it as evidence of growth. See the man who has lived, learned and evolved into someone more compelling than he was decades ago. See the man who women notice for his strength, not his smooth skin. See the man who radiates wisdom, not immaturity. See the man who embodies substance, not just surface. And remember, attraction isn't just about others noticing you, it's about you noticing yourself. When you recognize your own worth, when you carry yourself with self-assurance, when you understand that your age is your advantage, not your weakness, that's when the real transformation happens. Because confidence doesn't start when others validate you, it starts when you validate yourself. So walk taller, speak with clarity, carry your scars like medals, live with purpose, with independence, and with wisdom. The world doesn't need another copy of a 20-something trying to prove himself. The world needs the grounded, powerful, magnetic presence that only an experienced man can bring. That man is you. Never forget, you are the sum of every battle you've fought, every lesson you've learned, every setback you've overcome, and every dream you've pursued. That's not something to hide, that's something to own. Because at this stage of your life, attraction is not about chasing approval, it's about radiating authenticity. And when you do that, women notice, people notice, and most importantly, you notice. You are not past your prime, you are in it. Own it, live it, and never let anyone tell you otherwise.